On August 8, 1945, United States President Harry S. Truman signed the United Nations Charter in San Francisco, joining 51 countries and making the dream of President Franklin Roosevelt and Prime Minister Winston Churchill a reality. FDR and Churchill supported the United Nations as the world organization that promotes peace, prevents conflict, fosters cooperation, communication, education, understanding, and diplomacy. In addition, the United Nations would deliver social and economic assistance around the world. Today, the spirit of that beginning continues to grow at the United Nations. Since 1997, this spirit is also cultivated right here in Kansas at Johnson County Community College through the Model United Nations program. On their way to becoming a nationally recognized award-winning team, the JCCC Model United Nations team has portrayed a wide variety of countries and addressed various contemporary issues.
The illicit trade of small arms and light weapons,
right to food, measures to eliminate international terrorism, addressing the implementation of the Millennium Development Goals,
nuclear proliferation,
the rights of migrant workers,
human settlements.
In order to get ready for the conference, there's a number of things the students need to do. One, they need to research their topic, and secondly is to research the issue area itself. So if you're doing human rights in Rwanda, for example, you find out what is the issue of human rights in Rwanda. Other than that, you also need to be familiar with rules of procedure, and you also have to be familiar with how the UN itself operates.
Well, you start preparing like 2 months, 3 months in advance as soon as you get into your topic area.
The first key is to figure out what the conflict is and what all is involved in solving that and kind of the history of that. Then you want to look at what the basis of your country is. And you need to have kind of an overall perspective of what your country is dealing with, what their concerns are, what their agenda is.
The big thing is doing a lot of research. You want to know a lot about the country that you're representing. You want to know a lot about the UN in general, about your committee in particular, as well as the topic issues, which can be pretty varied, and some of them are pretty in-depth and serious.
Know your country in and out, definitely, and get up and talk from the very beginning. Get to know the people that are representing the different countries.
Really exciting for me to win an award. The fact that we won an award was big for me. It was just really exciting to see the team come together.
We had a really good team this semester. I think the team dynamics are really important at something like this, and that helped us to bring home an award.
And that was my goal going into it, was to win an award. I knew that it was something that was rare, that there's not very many given out.
Just learning about all of the things that are going on in the world right now and all of these issues that affect people across borders has really been helpful to me. I found this semester all of my classes have kind of complemented each other in terms of I can learn something in one class or learn something in studying for Model UN and be able to transfer it to something else.
This club definitely, I felt like I was, a delegate from Kenya, and I had never had a role outside of being a U.S. citizen before, or having to think outside of U.S. foreign policy. You think about it, but you never really take it as a personal seat for you. And just having people that have gone through it or people interested in doing that, I know that if I ever get in a conversation with anyone else in the school, I'll have a new perspective and a new way of thinking to present with them that I didn't have before I started.
I really liked getting up and talking in front of everyone. It was a confidence-building thing.
One of the biggest things for me was writing. We had to write position papers. I've gotten a lot better about, getting down to writing something and getting my point across concisely. Other important skills that I've never really had a chance to use much up until this is a lot of negotiating skills and those sort of interpersonal skills that being a cook or working at a grocery store you don't really get a chance to use too much.
It builds a lot of leadership skills. Even for me, I'm an art student, but I feel like I've grown a lot just by being involved in this.
Being confident in knowing what you're doing. Public speaking, which I have a problem with, but once you get in there and you know what you're talking about and you have emotion behind it and you have work behind it, and it's really important to you. You got to know how to get up and get your point across, and you have to be, like I found in other classes since doing Model UN, my research strategies have become a little bit more efficient, and I know how to get things done. And you just find little ways you apply it. Speaking in class always helps get you points and everything. I never used to do it because I was so scared. You know, I'm going to say the wrong thing. Well, now it's, I say the wrong thing or not, at least people know that I have something to say.
Our Model UN team, it's been recognized for several years now as an outstanding program. So I think that it puts Johnson County on a level with major universities, and something that a lot of community colleges never actually attain that type of recognition.
Johnson County is unique in that it goes up in a competitive but friendly spirit to represent different countries before these Model UNs, and the competition is amongst not only, there are some community colleges, but most of the colleges and universities are much bigger, much larger, have a lot more resources than Johnson County. So I think it reflects very positively upon our students and also upon our community in general when our students can stand up and do well, win awards against schools, Stanford or University of California, University of Arizona, Arizona State, Michigan State, University of Illinois, University of Chicago, University of Michigan. So that in itself, they're from around the country. University of Maryland, from the eastern area, University of Texas was there. So there was quite a diverse range of universities, and not too many colleges, and certainly not too many community colleges. Interesting to note that KU now has a team, but it's founded by members formerly of Johnson County Community College. The University of Missouri at Kansas City also has a team, and that team was founded by members of Johnson County Community College. So I think we've been a catalyst for this type of experience, because the students think it's a very rewarding experience.
Your name's getting out there. Me personally, it's like, I mean, now I know that I want to go into like an international studies major. I'm thinking of interning for the United Nations, a sub-branch of it this summer. And one of the sponsors at another school for a Model UN team, he's helping me. So like just having the connections out there, and then Johnson County's names, it's being connected to all of this.
One element that comes out is leadership ability. I mean, not only do students have to, at a conference, be able to grab the interests of a group of likewise students from around the country, but they also, at Johnson County Community College, have the ability to share their knowledge that they gain at these intercollegiate conferences with local area high schools. The team runs the Metro Kansas City Model United Nations that has been set up for local area schools, and they've done a phenomenal, great job presenting and organizing and running this conference, and this is by far one of the more successful experience that they'll have, but also that Johnson County can be proud of.
You learn things that you can apply to life and apply to other classes, so it's fun, it's hard work, you get to be a lot more knowledgeable about world issues, and you can say you did it, and I think that's a really nice thing. I'm proud of it. I like to say, yeah, I got to do this.
It is hard work, but it's a lot of fun. It's worth it. You feel like you really learn something. You learn some things about the world and more about global issues and what's going on outside of the little universe that we live in here at the community college.
Definitely go for it and be prepared to research. It's kind of scary the first conference you go to, but I mean, give it 10 minutes and you'll understand, and you'll start power playing and trying to get people to believe what your country's position is.